Zelena caught locking on to an enemy's head. Let's crack on with the video. Before we get into this, I just want to point out that he's actually playing ranked play with Clutch Belk and Destroy. And if you remember recently, they actually kicked him from the team because he wasn't putting in that effort. So maybe for a while, Zelena has decided to stop cheating, right? Clutch Belk and Destroy carried on cheating, and they're like, you need to carry on cheating if you want to play with us, right? Just theoretically speaking, of course. So we're going to show you a moment now. This video, by the way, originally put out by Yildiz. I will link his original video in the description below. I have muted the video because he gives his explanation and I want to give mine on the moment. So if you do want to go and check his out, it is linked down below. But taking everything into consideration with destroying Clutch Belk, getting rid of Zelena, and him basically begging and crying to get back into the team, right? We're going to see what exactly it is that Zelena's turned on to get back into the team. He's checking under the bridge at the moment. There's been call-outs. He sees the guy there, and right then was the moment. And a lot of you guys probably didn't even see it. This is something that can happen quite a lot if somebody is using like light cheats, yeah? So they've fine-tuned their cheats to the point that they're not really visible if you are watching a live stream. If you watch this again now, did you see that perfectly tracked ahead? And then he obviously takes his foot off his foot pedal. Bear in mind, a lot of these streamers who are cheating are using a foot pedal to toggle aimbot off and on. They only tend to use it in moments where they need to line their shot up, or in a heated 1v3 moment, or if they need to clutch a game up. So they'll just press on the aimbot pedal, bang, there you go, it's locked on. But this right here, again, we'll watch it. Perfect tracking of the enemy head. Takes the shot and kills him. This is a very zoomed in, frame by frame of that moment now. Just for those who didn't really understand or see it, and for those watching on a mobile phone, look how accurate this is tracking the enemy head. I'm trying to count how many frames it is so far. We're about 8 or 9 in. So do you really understand just how hard it would be to track an enemy's head that accurately for that many frames? It's still going. So probably about 30 frames, that, by the way. I didn't count, I'm just guessing. If you want to go back and count the frames, you can. But that's Zelena tracking an enemy's head after lining it up through a pillar and perfectly tracking as the enemy came out from behind the pillar and did not skip a frame, stuck to the enemy's head throughout all of those frames. You telling me that's not aimbot? Where's the Zelena fans in the comments now? Explain that to me. This isn't the first time we've had instances like this from Zelena, is it? Let's go back and watch it again in full speed. So now you can see it in full speed after watching the slowdown frame by frame. It is definitely something that you need to understand about aimbot, is that was an engage behind the pillar and then a disengage as he realised it was locked onto the enemy head, maybe. That was perfect. Pixel perfect tracking on the enemy head until he disengaged at that point and took his shot up and got the kill. But let's go and take a look at other moments now. Just a little bit of a reminder of just how Zelena has been up to no good for a very long time. Now, this moment was probably one of the most blatant moments I've ever seen of Zelena's aimbot, like showing through his stream. This was at a time where he was asked what he was looking at over to his left, hence why he's actually got a monitor cam up. So he had the monitor cam up to prove there was nothing on his left monitor. However, he didn't actually show his full setup, and throughout this stream he did not look over to his left, but that's besides the point today. Even if you have a camera on your gaming monitor and one of your other monitors, it doesn't mean that aimbot will be visible. For those who are wondering, this blue thing in the middle is in fact an eye tracker showing where his eyes are moving to, but aimbot is invisible. Like, there's nothing, unless you have the aimbot field of view slider visible on stream, on your screen rather, There's nothing visible. Aimbot is invisible. So let's watch this through now, and you are going to see just how blatant Zelena has been in the past and continues to be now.
Damn. Christopher, thank you for becoming a member and the tier 2 membership. What the hell? A little membership upgrade. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
It was really shocking to me that he was ballsy enough to have Aimbot on whilst doing like a "look, I'm not cheating" style video. Yeah. So it's a very blatant moment now, and we will show it on repeat so you guys can see the snap in his aim. As he jumps over here now, you'll see it snap as he goes to shoot the enemy over there. Bang. There it was. And as he done it, he realised it snapped, so he disengaged. Very similar to what happened with the original clip we've shown in today's video that Yildiz put out, where he's locked onto the enemy head, then he disengages his aimbot. In this one, he disengaged his aimbot as well, after the aim snapped onto the enemy's head. Right now, watch. Do it again. Right there, that was it. So let's play that on repeat now. So you can tell that was not a natural aim behaviour. He's actually locked onto the enemy and realised it's happened, so disengaged from that gunfight, because if he'd have shot that guy and killed him, that guy would have said, "Oh, you're cheating," or reported him for cheating, or something along those lines, or maybe his stream would have clocked onto it if he got that kill. But we noticed the aim snap onto the enemy, and that has never been built-in aim assist, has it? No. Let's take a look at the two moments now so you don't forget. So although we have only shown two moments in today's video, you are aware there are literally thousands of moments where Zelena's aim acts in a way that is not built in mechanics of the game. It's been happening for a very long time through Verdansk, through Caldera, all the way through now to Al Mazrah, as well as playing in ranked play, as well as playing in multiple large money tournaments. Early on in Verdansk, he was happy to cheat in those tournaments because they were all 2v2 kill race, until World Series of Warzone came about and he was having to play on a dedicated server, so he couldn't inject his cheats. And not once has he ever performed at a decent level. No, sorry, not once has he ever performed at an okay level whilst playing in the World Series of Warzone. Let that sink in. Zelena is an aimbot cheat and always has been, and he's running some level of ESP on a separate monitor. If you did enjoy today's video, guys, smash that thumbs up. Let's try and get this one to 500 likes. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future uploads. Oh, and one last thing before we go. Do you ever feel like life is just too overwhelming? That your anxiety is holding you back from being your best self? Introducing Supreme CBD, the all-natural CBD solution to help you find your balance. With Supreme CBD, you can experience the benefits of CBD without the psychoactive effects of THC. Supreme CBD's formula is designed to help you reduce stress and anxiety, improve focus, and promote overall wellness. And the best part, Supreme CBD is made with only the highest quality organic ingredients, so you can feel confident in what you're putting into your body. It's time to take control of your life and find your balance with Supreme CBD. You can order now and experience the difference for yourself. And don't forget to use code BBB40 at checkout for 40% off.